What are the main challenges facing persons with disabilities as they confront the prospect of connecting to ICTs? I've got Clara Alvarez here, who's a researcher in ICTs and accessibility. What have you found are the main challenges?
The first main challenge is that accessibility is not considered since the beginning. Equipment is produced without considering that not all persons see or can hear. So the World Health Organization estimates that 10% of the worldwide population has some type of disabilities. So when you don't start designing the products or the ICT equipment considering accessibility, then there's one obstacle or barrier for persons with disabilities. Another one is that governments generally don't enact public policy or laws that consider that people with disabilities must have equal opportunity to connect to ICTs. There are other questions regarding affordability of equipment and of services that also impact especially developing countries.
Now, is it enough that manufacturers make a device that allows accessibility to people with disabilities that could also be an attractive application for people who don't have a disability? Or do you think devices have to be specifically manufactured to cope with a specific disability?
Yes, there are several principles that govern ICT accessibility. One of them is universal design. That means that the design does not have to be only for a person with disability, but the design has to be to consider all persons. I can give you an example. If we spoke about television captioning, the captioning has also helped people with literacy problems or helping countries that need to support their education models. With the captioning of the television, it has been supported both persons that cannot hear, deaf community, and also people that want to have a more literacy practice.
So how would you like to see things go? Would you like to see a sort of strict obligation placed on manufacturers, or would you like to see it more a matter of the market, that they produce more accessible devices that catch on and allow things to move incrementally like that? Mm-hmm.
The international experience demonstrates that just enacting a law that obligates manufacturers or obligates carriers to have accessibility is not the best way to go. The best way to go is having public policies in place that generate incentives for companies to produce ICT accessible equipment and to provide ICT accessible services. So it's let's say it's a mixture of a legal obligation, but that's not enough, but also creating incentives by public policy.